Hey, I just had a prospective buyer stop into the open house. They raised a very interesting question, and I thought the answer to the question might be helpful to you as well. You see, they asked about the due diligence period. They said, we've heard there's been some change for home buyers purchasing houses. What's this all about? Well, due diligence period was introduced in North Carolina January 1st of 2011. And in fact, it's a very significant change in how home repairs are negotiated with an offer to purchase and contract for residential property in North Carolina. And the key difference is, prior to January 1st, we handled negotiations for inspections very much like other states. You see, a home buyer would find a home that they like, they negotiate terms with the seller to mutually agreeable terms, then they'd go under contract. Once under contract, they'd have any inspections done, they'd have the appraisal done by the bank that's making the mortgage to them if they're financing the sale of the purchase of their home. And with that list of items that are not working as expected, there'd be a second mini round of negotiations. Evidently, a lot of sales fell apart at that point. On the Francis Home team, I can tell you we've never had a sale fall apart, but nonetheless, evidently many contracts fell apart at that point. So as of January 1st, 2011, the North Carolina Real Estate Commission introduced a very different way for those repair negotiations to happen. You see, now when a home buyer makes an offer on a home, a part of the negotiation is a period of time, called a due diligence period, within which that home buyer can do any research they'd like into whether they want to move forward with the purchase of the home. The items would include inspections and appraisals, surveys if they'd like to have a survey done, reviewing homeowners association covenants. There's a number of steps that might be relevant for the buyer to determine if they truly want to buy that house. At any time during that negotiated due diligence period, the buyer can decide, don't want to move forward with the house. And the contract says very clearly, for any reason or no reason. Well, for the seller, that makes it a very weak contract during the due diligence period. And for the buyer, they have complete flexibility to decide, yes, I want to move forward with this house, or no, I've decided I found something I like better, or I didn't like the way the seller responded to my request to repair some items that came up or were discovered during inspections. It's a really important difference in the way that houses are bought and sold in North Carolina. There's benefits to both parties, but it's important that home buyers and home sellers fully understand the implications of a due diligence period. Now, at the end of that due diligence period, which is defined as 5 p.m. on the day that has been determined as the end of the due diligence period, the buyer's right to pull out of the contract goes away. After that point, if the buyer cannot move forward for some reason, there's a number of legal penalties that come into play. Hey, that came as big news to this buyer. It has big implications into their decision on the time frame for moving forward with purchasing a house. Information was helpful to them, and I hope it's helpful to you as well.